Greetings, peace to everyone out here, peace on chance and opportunity. I got a real quick message when it comes to relating what happens to a real dominant alpha male that has the energy of our ancestors, the energy of our genetics for civil rights movement, for the Nat Turners, for the Malcolm X's, and those beings that are living today are being quieted more and more. And it's because of this letter from a famous, rich and wealthy slave owner back in the day. His name is Willie Lynch. And there is a full PDF version of it online. Make sure y'all go read it because it gets deep, okay? First, they say they are dangerous near the family house. It requires too much labor to watch them away from the house. Above all, you can't get them to work in this natural state. Hence, both the horse and the inward must be broken. That is breaking them from one form of mental life to another. So previously, from us being indoctrinated and programmed into white supremacy and into the system of America, we had a natural way of doing things. We had a different way of thinking. This is our indigenous chief and chiefess, the polygamous nature, the in tune with nature, living on the land, not living in houses on beds, and not living in cars or driving cars or even working for money, but we was people that was for the land. By the land we lived, and by the land we died. And so we literally had that type of culture, and in the natural state we knew the natural role and order of the black family, which we do not see today. Really, truly, genuinely, we're just a carbon copy of white supremacy and their state of what a family should look like. So as I continue, they say keep the body, take the mind. In other words, break the will to resist. Whoa, now if you don't see this today, most of the prison convictions today within black and brown people, male and female, is because of plea deals. They get most of their convictions from plea deals. People taking a plea because they think if I go to trial, I'm not even going to have a chance to beat this case. So they don't even want to resist. People that follow the law and abiding citizens, wanting to I'm going to just get my job and follow the law and do what I have to do. Those are the ones that are scared to resist. They don't want to resist or go against the status quo when it comes to America's corporation. And anyone that does have the heart to resist, they're scrutinized, and I'm going to show you what they do to them publicly nowadays. What they used to do, but what they do now. Now, the breaking process is the same for both the horse and the inward, only slightly varying in degrees. But as we said before, there is an art in long-range economic planning. You must keep your eye and thought on the female. The woman is the creator of the universe, creator of all races and origins of reality, but she is the most important factor in the system of slavery right here, right now in America. And the offspring is very important also because she's going to be the teacher of the children. You cannot have a community or a government without the female, because the female is the ones that bear the children. And the children are going to be up under who most of the time? The woman. Okay, next part says, therefore, if you break the female mother, she will break the offspring in its early years of development. When the offspring is old enough to work, she will deliver it up to you. For her normal female protective tendencies will have been lost in the original breaking process. And this is why you see black women adding on to white supremacy's corruption and crucifixion and persecution and public demonstration and lynching of the black man, because she has lost her natural way, her natural indigenous fighting spirit for the black man. During this process, they had to bull whip her and literally break her to the point of almost killing her, but did not kill her. Let's move on to the next point, and let me show you why the black woman is utilized today for white supremacy as a weapon, and what the black man state is right now in white supremacy. Okay, look down here. So it says, completely break the female horse until she becomes very gentle, whereas you or anybody can ride her in her comfort. This is what's happening to the black men in America right now. When it comes to breaking the uncivilized N-word, use the same process but vary the degrees and step up the pressure so as to do a complete reversal of the mind. Take the meanest and the most restless N-word, strip him of his clothes in front of the remaining N-words and N-word males and N-word females, and the N-word infants. Tar and feather him. Tie each leg to a different horse facing an opposite direction. Set him afire and beat the horses and pull them apart. What? In a point of death? In front of the female and the child? Don't kill him, but put the fear of God in him? Bruh, that is torture. That is literally what is happening in another symbolic way when you say you are sentenced to life in prison plus 10 without parole. That is a public lynching. That is showing you if you go up against this system, if you speak truth, and if you collect people that want to do the same thing as you, we are going to make an example out of you. It don't matter who you are. If you're speaking knowledge with power and influence and you're a black man, cut it out, because they cannot have a rise of a black Messiah. A Messiah, a messenger that brings people out of their hell state of mind, out of this system. And when the system loses power, the power is within the people. So they do this psychologically to fuck with us, to think, okay, well, that's not the way. Don't do it that way then. Be quiet. And what I hear black people saying all the time is, he should have kept his mouth shut. He should have kept... Why? To be a house nigga, a coon? No, we must awaken the ancient DNA, because we are here to fight for ourselves. We are here to fight for what's righteous. We're not here to lay down. No, we're not. We're not here for those reasons. Because once you lay down your life for something that's unjust and unrighteous, the future generation does not have nothing to stand up for and live for. My ancestors did not die just for me to succumb to this sickness. No, my ancestors died for me to carry on the torch. Martin Luther King died when he was just being peaceful. He said no violence, non-violence, not violence. But yet we keep getting attacked. So it's time for us as black women to take our righteous role and wake up and back into our indigenous state as a woman, as a true divine goddess. We're not supposed to succumb to this system and be comfortable in it. I'm sorry, we're not. And I'm awakening those ancient genetics back. I'm bringing it back. I'm going to be the one to bring Black Panther Party back. I'm going to be the one, because I know the rights of my king have been violated. And many other black men and many other black women have no voice right now. They're in 24-hour lockdown with no power in their room. They can't even talk to their families or see their families. It's crazy. It's literally crazy. But I just wanted to bring this message out real quick, because I have felt this passion in my heart to speak for my husband. He is a black man that is falsely convicted of a crime he did not do, because a COINTELPRO would utilize a Judas. It would utilize the weakness within our society, within our people, and utilize a black woman right now to do the work that used to be done by the lynch mob. But now you can't trust color no more. It's all about the spirit and the energy that you carry. You might look black, but you might be a white person. You might look like a white person, but you might be black. So at this point, color don't matter to me. It's about the heart and what are you willing to work and fight for. Because times is changing. Trump is showing that. And so sides are being chosen, righteous versus the lies and the deceit, the lower self. I love myself and free the three. The king is free. He is already free. It's us that's locked up because we have nothing. We do not fight for what we believe in. We sit there quiet, head down low, not really voicing how we feel, because we might think we might get shot, executed, away. Who cares? At this point, who cares? Let's stand for something that means something for our children. Because if our children are grown up in sickness, what's the point of even having them? I love myself. 3 is free.